You know why you watch this channel. It's because you get accurate information here, good analysis here, and many of the things I suggested were going to happen have happened. So let's just have a little look at the firm's map this morning. It's still morning here at the time of recording. And look at what's changed in Saskatchewan, Manitoba fires. There's been a lot of big changes. Joey Only Care to Be Weather Dude YouTube channel. Let's go.
There it is. This is bad news.
My God.
Falling out right now. Anything could happen.
Get on!
Wow. I'll watch the video later.
They dry up in this. Still BC, Alberta on the bottom side of that low for a little while longer. You can see the lows are starting to push out towards Hudson Bay a little bit today. Windy on the bottom side by the low here, which has been driving fire behavior. And it's also, though, the cloud cover here and slightly cooler temperatures has suppressed fire a little bit in BC and Alberta. Not the case over here in Manitoba. We've seen some big time changes happen in the last 24 hours. So the shoe fire, as I said yesterday in the campfire, are now immediately in danger of merging with this fire, the 25 WY ditch fire. They're moving. Everything's moving to the east now because of the way that the winds are blowing. You can kind of see just from the smoke here what they're doing. We're seeing Pursuit is taking a big jump now because they're burning in this direction. I'd say east-southeast. That has put La Ronge in immediate danger. So I talked about the fact that these two merged. I warned you on that one. It happened. Then I said this one could probably merge with these guys, and that if they get some southerlies, they could merge up as well. And that La Ronge was in trouble. I didn't think that I was going to be seeing La Ronge almost getting burnt over yesterday. So the fire has really come through here and really made a big difference. We've seen up to the north there, the highway through Sucker River burnt over right now. Seen massive growth on J. Smith. Everything burning the same direction now. We have very consistent winds now, which is, it's nice for planning, but this is the disaster. This is really bad right now. So as we can see, we've been really concerned about Flin Flon because, as I said, Wolf was in danger of crossing. It was 40 kilometers last week when I warned you. It was 40 kilometers from the Wolf Fire's edge to Flin Flon. Still no fire within the town now, but we are seeing Flin Flon is now absolutely surrounded in every direction by fire. That's bad news because now any direction the wind goes, next time the winds aren't done yet today. The winds aren't done, so we could see this push even closer. Flin Flon's in big trouble. Pelican Narrows, what's going on there? I could only guess. But like everywhere else, the fire activity we're seeing is moving the other direction. I've seen photos from the Manitoba side in which, unbelievably, we've seen this in BC a couple times over the years. Unbelievably, it was so smoky that it was daylight. Completely daylight. The daylight was completely gone. Okay. Brabant Lake, seeing fire activity up there. J. Smith, big time fire activity. Everything taking big runs yesterday and today as well. Big runs. Go have a look over here. So Flin Flon's in trouble. This blew right out. This is really concerning. Sheridan, though, finding itself still not in an area with a lot of fire activity, but right to Elbow Lake. And we just see where some of that thickest smoke is, where some of these places in Manitoba were not able to see daylight yesterday. Really wild stuff. I'm going to turn off our crazy smoke image because it's just making things hard to see. So Flin Flon in real trouble right now. Sheridan, fire burning around the community, but most of that activity is now up and away. Burnt Wood Lake, burnt over. Puckatawagan, we're seeing all the fire activity mostly away from the town now, so that's great news. That's what we want to see. We head up to, I'm hoping at Lynn Lake that they had a bit of rain and whatnot, because it just hasn't seemed like there's been a lot of activity up there. There's been some rain up in the north. It's not been very generous. Red Fire being very active already this morning. We're into the daytime heating there for sure. Favorable Lake, burnt over. What's going on at our friends at Genpeg? Seeing quite a bit of activity around Genpeg in the last 24 hours again, so that's concerning. I don't know what's going on there. I will not guess. Split Lake Fire showing a lot of activity. so far in the last 24 hours as well. So big time fire blow-ups all across the board. We've seen fires take massive runs here. Here's some positive news. Some of that rain and cooler down conditions, some of those down conditions hit to our fires down by the Ontario border. So that at least has them temporarily reduced in their fire behavior. But look what we're seeing out there. 57 in Nipawin Airport. There's big time wind going on. And it's because this low is still, it's just starting to move into Hudson Bay like I said it would, right? The Paw, 52 kilometer hour gust measured there. Not good news. It says Hudson Bay right there. That's funny. 43 kilometers, 57 kilometers. Why does it say Hudson Bay there? It does. It just says Hudson Bay. I guess there's a Hudson Bay in Saskatchewan that I didn't know about. Hilarious. Saskatoon, 48s down there, 31. Prince Albert, what do you got there? 43. They should have a weather station in Big River. Hope my friends, the Big River boys, are doing okay there. Not getting a lot of reports from further north. The Paw seeing 52 kilometer an hour winds as well. The story's not over, friends. The story's not over. We're going to see these winds start pushing into Ontario more and more and make their way on out. And then we'll start to see the rebuilding of the heat through the week. So that's just a little bit of an idea on where we're going right now, what's happened in the last 24 hours. Big time fire explosions. Really, really, really bad, friends. Hit like, share, subscribe. I'll be back there this afternoon with some forecast updates, some more. We'll be looking again at what's going on today because there's been so much change. There's so much wind. I think it's important we come back at 4 or 5 o'clock or whatever this afternoon and look again at these same maps. So that's why I didn't go too deep into it right now. That's a little look at lunchtime. Okay, hit like, share, subscribe. Goodbye.